From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Ijoma Oyato.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, former President Olusegun Obasanjo fears possible disintegration of the PDP if reconciliation efforts fail. Breakaway faction says it's too late. Nigerian army deploys 700 officers and men to Liberia to join peacekeeping mission. Imo Police Command arrests operator of fake University College Hospital in the state. And the US and Russia disagree over military strike against Syria at G20 summit.
And tonight on Business News, the federal government introduces a monitoring and evaluation mechanism in the agriculture sector.
And on sports news tonight, world's fastest man Usain Bolt wins IAAF Diamond League in Zurich with 100 meters of victory in Brussels.
We start off with efforts to resolve the rift in the People's Democratic Party, where the former President Olusegun Obasanjo has warned of a possible disintegration unless something's done quickly. After a meeting held to broker peace between the two factions of the PDP in Abuja, the former president explained that the meeting made some headway. Others at the meeting include the former military president Ibrahim Babangida, some PDP governors, PDP chairman Bamanga Tokoro, as well as the chairman of the party's board of trustees, Anthony Aneni.
Attendance was huge. The governors who stormed out of the convention to form a parallel executive and their supporters were the first to come. One after the other, the governors from the Bamanga Tokoro faction started trickling in, discussing the way out. For several hours, journalists waited. After some time, some of the governors left the venue the same way they came. But behind closed doors, former President Obasanjo continued with the remaining faction. And moments later, they also stormed out, signaling the end of the meeting. The mediator also came out with former President Ibrahim Babangida, past chairman of the party, including Barnabas Gemade, Amadu Ali, and the chairman of the board of trustees, Chief Tony Aneni. First, what the meeting stands to achieve.
I've seen 5 of us who are select elders of the party are concerned and have taken it upon ourselves to prepare the worst, to prevent the worst happening to their party. 2 of our members are abroad and could not join us. That's Chief Solomon La and Chief Alex Ekweme. And we, of course, will carry them along on whatever report we are making.
Short of saying when next they will meet, he agrees that there is a rift.
Yes, there are family dispute within the PDP, which we want to stem the tide of going to the brink. And I want to say that we have met the 2 sides of the family. We have listened to them, and of course we are going to put our heads together and go on from there.
The meeting was one of the wider consultations with selected PDP stalwarts. Political observers who see what is happening as a power tussle towards who gets what in 2015 are waiting to see how the logjam will be resolved and how those governors who stormed out of the convention venue to announce their faction will be welcomed back. Chukuma Onwekuse, Channels Television News.
In the meantime, in spite of efforts by the presidency and the leadership of the People's Democratic Party to reconcile the warring factions in the party, one of the leaders of the Breakaway faction says the peace move may be belated. Governor Prt1 of Adamawa State told journalists in Yola, the state capital, that the Breakaway PDP is gaining ground among party chieftains. He insists the ongoing crisis is not a surprise, as it's been brewing for over a year.
It's been busy days for the People's Democratic Party. Days after a special national convention described as a celebration of unity, it has been a whirlwind of meetings to bring back a breakaway group led by some governors and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. A meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan did not yield any result. After a rousing welcome back home after peace moves by the presidency, one of the governors said the ongoing crisis has been brewing for some time. It is one, he said, that is meant to fight injustice.
One, we are pulling one justice, and he want to make out injustice onto us. We want to be fair to people, all and sundry. He want to be like supporting only to a few. Now, that is not the philosophy of the party. That is not the philosophy of life.
He spoke on the planned meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan and other leaders of the party. He said he's sure the crisis will be resolved soon.
They have announced that we are going to meet again on Tuesday to further discuss if there is going to be any movement towards unity. But maybe by the time it will become even irrelevant, because there are a lot of senators who have come to the original PDP, which we are claiming to be. A lot of House of Rep have come to the original PDP. We, Madam, are here, we have signed totally. We are in for the original PDP.
Governor Nyako said the party as it is now does not respect the rights of members and it must return to its path of fairness and justice. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
Well, staying with the crisis, the PDP National Chairman, Mr. Bamanga Tokoro, says the People's Democratic Party has dragged the factional chairman of the new PDP, Abubakar Baraje, before the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. Counsel to Mr. Tokoro's faction, Tochukwu Onwubufor, approached the court with an ex parte application seeking to restrain Mr. Baraje's faction from parading themselves as national executives of the party. Joined in the suit are former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the Independent National Electoral Commission, and former National Secretary of the party, Olagunsoye Oilola. The presiding judge, Justice Imachukwu, however, ordered that the respondents be put on notice and that the notice should be served through substituted means. Justice Chukwu said he's not afraid of granting an ex parte application, especially when it's aimed at preventing a state of anarchy, but he decided to maintain a balance by ordering the respondents to be put on notice. The court also ordered that the party should maintain status quo pending the determination of the suit. Justice Chukwu consequently fixed September the 12th for hearing of the motion on notice. Well, let's take a look at the opposition now. The All Progressive Congress says it's received 22 state chairmen of the All Progressive Grand Alliance into its fold. The interim national chairman of the APC, Bisi Akonde, announced the defection of the leaders of the party across the country at a meeting with governors of the APC in Abuja. The party also inaugurated the Chris Ngige Campaign Committee for the November the 16th Anambra governorship election.
The All Progressive Congress has received 22 state chairmen of the All Progressive Grand Alliance across the country into its fold. The 22 APGA chieftains were received after the presentation of Certificate of Return to Senator Chris Ngige, the flag bearer of the APC for the November 16th governorship election in Anambra State.
The National Executive Committee, in collaboration with all our governors, have approved that Chris Ngige, who will be our governor from November this year, should be given a certificate of nomination.
Nigeria has a better tomorrow with APC. Once again, thank you very much. Our chairmen that are here, from the biggest brother here, which is Prince Marshall himself, Imo State Chairman. Next to him is the Kogi State Chairman. Next to him is the Sokoto State Chairman. Next to him is Yobe Chairman. Next to him is Taraba. Next is Lagos Prince. And next is Kaduna. Next is Kwara. Next is Kerry. Please, can I see the next?
22 of them out of 22 state chairmen are here.
At the inauguration of the Chris Ngige campaign committee, a member of the committee said the defection of the state's chairman of APGA will boost the APC fortune in the November 16th election.
The National Campaign Committee has been set up for Anambra State with Governor Rochas Okorocha as the leader of the campaign and Senator Andy Okonkwo as the chairman. People that you saw are not mainly from Imo State. They're cut across some other part of the country. And it is not only them that are the campaign.
Some state governors also spoke about the growing fortune of the APC, particularly its membership drive ahead of the 2015 general elections.
The effect of this meeting will reverberate across the country, and before you realize it, APC is all over.
When you have a genuine democracy over time, people of like minds will necessarily identify one another and get together, organize, mobilize on the basis of common shared ideas.
The Anambra governorship poll is considered a litmus test for the APC.
In part 2, after the break, Kogi traditional rulers seek resolution of deadly crisis at the State Polytechnic in Lokoja. That's in a moment. You join us again.